Hey everybody, and welcome to Module 1, Chapter 1. This is taking charge of your health. So this is kind of like an introduction to the course. Um, we're going to be learning different topics in the course, in this chapter, this module, just to get you a feel of the course and the layout. In this video, I'll be going over the assignments first, and then I'm gonna go over some of the material from the PowerPoint slides. And yeah, so let's get started. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. I know y'all don't want to be watching a 15-minute video of myself talking, but I'll try to make it as quick as possible and efficient. So so you have module one. First thing you'll see are the PowerPoint slides. If you click here, you'll download the PowerPoint slides, and we will get to that soon. Y'all have several assignments due this module. The first thing is you're going to, in a forum, just introduce yourself, talk about yourself a little bit, write a short biography about yourself, 150 words minimum. Tell us some of your interests, your hobbies, where you're from, are you from the area, or what are some of your goals in life, just anything that you feel comfortable sharing. And just keep in mind, everybody else will see this too. And what you do is you'll post your initial paragraph of 150 words, and then you're also going to respond to two other students with a positive comment with at least 25 words. You could say, hey, I also am into sports. I also like this team, or etc. Or I'm also from this area. Okay. So your initial post is worth 80 points. Each response, each comment is worth 10 points because you respond to two students. All right, so that's due on March 19th. Okay. Um, and that's Thursday, March 19th. The next assignment is due Friday, March 20th. And in module one, we're going to be learning about the 7 dimensions of health. And that's the main thing for chapter 1. And I want you to list the 3 dimensions of health that you feel are more important, in your opinion, are more important than the other 4 dimensions of health. And why do you feel like those 3 stand out or are more important than the other 4? So you're going to write a 200-word paragraph, at least 200 words, explaining your thoughts. Okay. So that's fairly simple, but I was just curious to see y'all's opinion on um, the dimensions of health. Okay, and your last assignment due is a behavior change contract. So what you'll do is you're going to click the assignment, and then you're going to open up the Word document and download it. Okay, and I want you to fill out these areas here in the behavior change contract. You could say behavior change. You could say it could be anything. Um, you could say I will your behavior change. I will start a healthy eating regimen. For example, your long-term goal, maybe in the next 3 months, you could say my long-term goal is to lose 20 pounds in 3 months. Okay. And then just fill out this form. Barriers that you might have, that you know, that you most overcome. Maybe going out to eat, going out to eat with family, for example. Okay, so yeah, just um, so in the PowerPoints in the chapter we talk about changing behaviors, changing unhealthy behaviors, and hopefully leaning more towards a healthier behavior, whether that's including more fruits and vegetables or include more exercise, getting more sleep, um, quitting smoke, quitting smoking. Excuse me. So this is due Sunday, March 22nd. Okay, this Sunday, March 22nd. Um, okay, and you can in the chapter, which I'll go over here in a second, we learn about SMART goal. What is a SMART goal? Okay, so here are the PowerPoint slides, and just use that SMART goal to help you when it comes to developing um, or filling out that behavior change contract form. Feel free to create a SMART goal. Okay, I have made several SMART goals throughout my life, and they have helped me tremendously when it comes to setting goals. So I'm gonna go over this real quickly. So, but I strongly encourage you to read every chapter. Again, the textbook is required for the course. And there are some things, some topics, some items that are not on the PowerPoint slides, but you need to also read that are also found in the chapter reading. Um, so health and wellness, um, you got these are different characteristics of health, and you need to know what is health, what is the definition of health, and it's here at the bottom of the PowerPoint slide. And wellness. Okay, you'll need to know what is the difference between the two. Okay, and we talked about just briefly about the dimensions of health. Here are all 7 dimensions of health, and I go over um, each dimension of health here: physical, emotional, spiritual, social, intellectual, environmental, and occupational. Okay, so make sure you all know the difference between all of these 7 dimensions of health. And again, from that assignment, for the assignment, excuse me, you're going to have to name the 3 most important dimensions of health in your opinion. Okay, and explain why do you feel that those 3 stand out amongst the other 4. Um, and then we talk about health in America, healthy people 2030. This is important. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna update this real quick. This is brand new, so bear with me. You're gonna need to know the Healthy People 2030 initiative. So what this is, um, there's a group of individuals that meet every decade or so, and they come up with goals that they want us Americans to achieve by the following decade. So this group met probably 2019, and they came up with goals that they want us to achieve, hopefully by the following decade. So by 2030. Okay, so you'll need to know these goals for Healthy People 2030. Health disparities, are there any genetic variations, environmental influences, specific health behaviors, sex and health. Okay, it's different between gender and sex, and males and females. Okay. And we'll dive into you'll read about health on campus. Um, and that's freshman. I'm sure y'all might have heard of the freshman 15, where it's common that oncoming freshmen gain roughly on average 15 pounds because they're adjusting to the new environment. If they're staying on campus, they're adjusting to the new environment, and they decrease exercise, participation in sports, eat less fruit, vegetables, eat late on in the day. Okay. So yeah, just make sure you all read the chapter. Um, and I will send you all an email of study topics that you should focus on when it comes to studying for the test. You've got what's known as predisposing factors, enabling factors, and reinforcing factors when it comes to making those healthy changes in your life, how people change. And we talked about the SMART goal a little bit, but you'll read more about that in the chapter. Um, One thing I want to go over, you have the health belief model, you got self-determination theory. If someone is amotivated, they don't value a behavior and doesn't believe that it will lead to a desirable outcome. You're not motivated. Just think of amotivated as not motivated. Externally motivated compared to intrinsically motivated. Make sure y'all know the difference between those three. Um, you got the trans theoretical model. This is important for you to know. You've got the stages of change when it comes to the trans theoretical model. 6 stages of change. This will be on your test for sure. Okay, if you're trying to quit smoking, okay, you will go through these stages of change. You'll always be in the pre-contemplation when you're not thinking about making that behavior change. So pre-contemplation, you don't intend to take action in the foreseeable future. You don't want to make any kind of adjustments in the near future. Contemplation, that's when you start to notice that there's an issue. Maybe you started coughing more than usual. You might say to yourself, "Hey, I gotta quit smoking. Otherwise, I'm in trouble as far as my health." Okay, so make sure y'all know the different stages of change. Very important. Self-efficacy. You have that belief that you're in charge of your change for when it comes to reaching a goal. Belief in your ability to change and to reach a goal. Okay, so that's really it for this chapter. Again, highly recommend you all read the chapter. Um, and here's the textbook for reference. This is the cover of it. It's the 21st edition, brand new. Came out. It was published in 2025. So yeah, it's the updated version, updated edition. All right, y'all. I made it under 15 minutes. I'm proud of myself. If y'all have any questions or concerns, please let me know as soon as possible. I'm here for your help. I want you all to succeed. Okay. Well, with that being said, I will be in touch with y'all soon. Make sure you all have your notifications turned on your phone, your computer, so that you see when I email you. Okay, it's very important because that's my main source of communicating with you all via email. Certainly, y'all can come by my office and see me. That'd be wonderful. But make sure you have those alerts turned on your phone, computer. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great day, great week, and I will be in touch with you all soon. Mr. Keynes out.